So our regular season may have ended, but it's time for the Dublin Shamrocks to, enjoy the off season, enjoy the fruits of our labor. We were successful, just not successful as we wanted to be. But first up, we can go ahead and check out the NFC and AFC Pro Bowl rosters. Now, you're not seeing our guy Cole Cook at quarterback for either of them. Matt Stafford is there, which means he's not going to the Super Bowl, which is kind of a consolation prize. Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Kamara is there. Our guy Thad Lindley, though, is the #1 running back on the NFC, which is great news. The unfortunate news is we'll kind of scroll through this so you can call out people in the comments if you see anyone of your favorite team. You have no one else in this roster. Not a single guy. I mean, up and down this list, we don't have anyone else. So we only had one Pro Bowler, and arguably was our guy that was the most productive and our best player, Thad Lindley, but no one else from our team made it. Next season, I want to have a couple of guys, especially on defense. I'm trying to get like 3 people from our team on the Pro Bowl. We got to try harder. If you check out the yearly awards, the Patrick Mahomes is going to get your MVP with Cam Newton coming in a close second place with that. Your Offensive Player of the Year is going to be Patrick Mahomes. Defensive Player of the Year is Myles Garrett. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Justice James. You guys remember him from the draft pool. Ended up doing pretty well for himself. Your Defensive Rookie of the Year is Mike Carnegie. Your best quarterback is Cam Newton. Best running back is going to be Alvin Kamara, which again, the fact that he's in Baltimore is literally insane. Best receiver is Josh Gordon of the Dolphins. Best offensive lineman is Ronnie Stanley. D lineman, Myles Garrett. Best linebacker is Von Miller. Best defensive back is Byron Jones, who's now again in Miami. Best kicker is Harrison Butker. On the NFC side, you can see Jameis Winston ends up being your Offensive Player of the Year. Okay, Jameis, I see you. This man got LASIK surgery and look what happened. Defensive Player of the Year is going to go to Aaron Donald. Not surprised at all by that. Rookie of the Year goes to Jason Davies. The quarterback went to the Bears and has done pretty well. Thad Lindley nearly beat him out with Coco coming behind him as well, and Deontay Arnold coming in 6th place. To have 3 guys in the top 6, it's not bad for us. A little consolation prize. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Brian Noel of the Saints. Your best quarterback goes to Jameis Winston. Best running back is Thad Lindley, our guy. Best receiver is Golden Tate. We aren't going to see Deontay Arnold, though, until number 9 on that spot, so progress for him. Best offensive lineman is Zach Martin, and we should have no one on that list. Okay, Brandon Scherf belongs there, but no one else on our team should even be there. Best D lineman again, Aaron Donald. We pretty much knew that. Best linebacker, I'm going to butcher that, so we're not going to say it. Best defensive back is Chidobe Awuzie, probably butchered that. And then your best kicker is Greg the Leg Zuerlein. And technically, Thad Lindley is still rehabbing his injury to his hip. Again, dislocated hip for him, but we can upgrade him because he gets 1 upgrade point for winning some awards out there. He's now an 88 overall with his morale boost, 86 when you take that away. So +1 to break tackle, change the direction, speed, and spin move again. He's going to come back even better in the offseason. I can't wait. For those of you that care, the Super Bowl was played between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs are not able to get the job done. Dallas ends up winning it. We can see Dak Prescott throws 3 touchdowns, not a single turnover. Holmes has more yards, but those less touchdowns and has an interception on the day. On the rushing side, Zeke goes for 110 yards. Damian Williams gets half 100. Kareem Hunt had 37 as well. I mean, they are set. Kareem Hunt and Zeke, 200-headed punch right there. Edwards-Helaire goes for 35 as well. Mahomes has 8. On the receiving side, Tyreek Hill goes for over 100 with 10 grabs, with no touchdowns for him. Sammy Watkins plays well. Cooper only has 2 grabs, but gets 1 touchdown. CeeDee Lamb also scored, as well as Trent Taylor and Jamize Olawale. I butchered that, good God. On defense, there were really only 2 sacks between Breeland Speaks and Chris Jones. Interceptions, again, you only saw 1, which was by Chidobe Awuzie, who got himself a good award at the end of the year, too. A lot of you guys pushed pretty heavily for us to get Thad Moss, and we ended up signing him off the practice squad. He did really well, and honestly, I want to give him a 3-year deal, because I feel like we could see him grow a little bit. Lock him up for $2 million a year, keep him pretty happy there. I imagine he'll take it, because he was pretty much dead broke coming into the season from his own salary standpoint. Signed him, we got him, we're good to go. Again, there's a lot of guys that were ultimately letting go. JD McKissick, while he played well for us, he's 29 years of age, so I have really no interest in signing him long term. Hopkins, Bostic, Logan Thomas, Dale Hentges is, however you say his name, we're letting all these guys go too. Now, you guys heard me earlier talking about Landon Collins and how I sort of wanted to get him up out of here, and Ronald Darby has not been a guy that I've been fond of. He blows coverage nonstop, and even if we get rid of him, a lot of younger talent can take his place and I think do just as bad if they are going to do bad. So Landon Collins, his massive contract, Ronald Darby and his okay contract for the 1st round pick from the Texans, which is 12th overall, and their 4th round pick, which will be 112th overall, and our 5th round pick in next year's draft. To me, we're getting rid of some cap space. We can hopefully sign some guys here in free agency just now, and we're getting some good young talent potentially in this draft because there's a lot of it at the forefront. So we've gotten through free agency, and honestly, this is the best work I think I've ever done in free agency. I'm extremely happy with what we got. I feel like we filled a lot of holes. You're not going to be just relying on the draft. We can actually go get some primetime players in the draft now with the moves we've made. Let's check them out. So for our signings, the big one was Michael Gallup. Nobody was offering this dude, so we threw him pennies on the dollar to get him for a $30 million contract over the course of 4 years. It's a steal for a 26 overall or 26 years of age, 87 overall player with star development trait. Him with McLaurin is going to be a problem for opposing defenses, and Cole Cook finally has 2 weapons, not just one. Paired with Deontay Arnold, who's a weapon in his own right, I think he'll be a stud in the future. Along with him, we got OJ Howard again. We're late in free agency. No one's offering him because there were a lot of big names in free agency, which I'll show you about. So we got him again for $15.5 million over 4 years, another steal. Connor Williams, we paid 11 or almost 12 million for him. That's pretty much market value for him at left guard. Again, improving the offensive line. At least we got one. You try to get Orlando Brown Jr. He took somebody else. I think he went to the Chargers. We'll double check that in a second. Got another steal in Glenn Walls, a 23 years of age, star development trait, middle linebacker that's just sitting there. So yeah, he's a little bit lower than Reuben Foster, but we can sort of give him some playing time and see how he does. He costs us, again, nothing to get him. Jalen Hurts will be our backup quarterback. We've had some guys there before, revolving door, but I need Cole to have somebody behind him to help push him a little bit, but it's also the same kind of quarterback if we want to put him in the game at all. From a league signings perspective, the biggest one that shocked me was J.J. Watt leaving Houston and going to Cincinnati. I guess he saw what Joe Burrow's been doing and said, I'm going to go be a part of that. Kareem Hunt goes to Arizona. See Harrison Smith, who we almost had. We were so close to signing him, but the Broncos outbid us by just too much money from what we essentially wanted to go for because he's 33 years of age. And the rest we wanted to get to, but as you can tell, $92 million is not a contract I'm trying to put right now on one of our defenders when we have other holes in our team. Von Miller goes to the Giants. Orlando Brown Jr. actually went to Cincinnati, so excuse me. The Chargers were in the lead, and Cincinnati overtook them. So we missed out on him ultimately. Drew Brees goes to Pittsburgh. Arias Geis goes to the Broncos. Baker Mayfield goes to New Orleans now. Kind of wild. Tony Michel goes to LA. Ricard, the fullback, goes to Arizona. To pair him with, obviously, Kareem Hunt. Logan Ryan goes to the Raiders to try to get him, but the Raiders outbid us on that as well. Jordan Howard goes to Tampa Bay. Damon Harrison. So, I mean, you can tell there's some good movement overall. A lot of those guys at the very top commanded top dollar. So we couldn't get some of the guys we wanted, but I think we got some really good ones. So something unfortunate happened. I clicked simulate NFL draft. And I tried to quit out of the game immediately because I panicked. That didn't work because it already simulated the draft. So the draft got simulated, but we got Bronco Barnett, one of the twins. We got him at the 12th overall pick, which is kind of nutty. Obviously his better brother is the one that went, I'm assuming first overall. We'll double check that in a second, but draft got simulated. There was no way for me to actually reverse it. I tried. I didn't have an order save. There was no way for me to do it. I promise you, I tried to figure it out, but after getting OJ Howard in free agency, we got Bronco Barnett. So we've got 2 tight ends. Thad Moss, sorry, you're not going to play this year. George Reinhardt's our next pick of the first round at 25 overall. He's a left guard at 73 overall. We get Malcolm Harrison, a right tackle in the second round at 68 overall. So not really a hit. Felix Towns, a left tackle. We got a lot of linemen here. 71 overall. Chris Drew is going to be a 64 overall center. Get another tight end. Don't really know why we drafted that. 68 overall. Left guard at a 66 and Tony Todd. Marius Driver at a 70 overall for defensive tackle. And then right outside linebacker, we got a 68 overall in Ryan Ross. Draft wasn't really all that great, but Bronco Barnett is honestly the prize jewel. 79 overall, 6'6", 260. Again, the twin brother of the #1 overall draft pick. I'm pretty hyped that we at least got him. If you want to check through his ratings, 84 speed, 84 catching. Awareness is not really great. Run blocking is pretty trash. Short route solid. Acceleration and catching traffic are amazing. Deep routes pretty good. He cannot block to save his life. So this guy is definitely going to be a vertical threat, that's for sure. To give you guys a look at how the draft ultimately shook out from the first round, at least, Ramsey Barnett ends up going #1. So like we thought, this dude is a stud. 82 overall to the Panthers. He is going to be an absolute problem. The fact that he's in the NFC kind of scares me right now. Cordell Bush, the left tackle, goes second at 76 overall. Zach Schakowsky goes to 69 overall to third. Rashawn Gresham is a stud as well. 82 overall, the highest we've seen so far, tied with Barnett. 94 speed. That dude's going to be a problem for the 49ers. Steven Adams, 678 to the Raiders. Desmond Yates, a strong safety. One of the guys I wanted to ultimately target, but he would win well before we ultimately picked. 81 overall. Bill Hall, the quarterback, goes 76 overall to the Titans. Devontae Farrell, 73 to the Chargers. Bears get Miles Beckham, the middle linebacker, at 78. Another guy that we were trying to target ultimately. Jimmy Weber, the new quarterback, probably replacing Aaron Rodgers or whoever the heck was there. He's going to be a 75 to them. See Isaiah Childers. What else is that? Bronco Barnett again, who we got there at tight end. That's a great pick for us. He's one of the top-rated players in the draft. We got him at 12. Rosenthal. We see Alan Baker, the halfback, at the 77. Some good players here for sure. I'm seeing if there's any other like major steals. Jordan Reinhardt ended up being a good pick at the 73. He's right in the middle of the pack right there. Parker House, the corner. Andrew Fuller, the tight end. You get a 74 overall. Rashad Edmonds, the wide receiver, goes to Dallas. That's a great pick for them at the end of the first round. And then really, that's pretty good. If we go ahead and see the top overalls from the draft, we can pull that up really quickly. So Ramsey Barnett, Rashawn Gresham are the top 2 players. Yates is going to be there. So we got the 4th best player at the 12th overall pick, and we send the draft. I'm not too mad at that. Alton Thomas, since I'm going a 78 overall guy in the middle of the 2nd round. That's great for them. 3rd round had Walker Jordan at a 77. Jeffrey Ridley at a 77 in the 5th round. Is a right end. Good God. Alan Baker. Some more 3rd round steals here. And McGallivin and Vance Holden at 76 overall. Wheatley's going to go with right outside linebacker. I mean, there are some studs we could have got. Jimmy Sherwood, a center, at 76. Major players all throughout this draft. So again, if you want to get any of these draft classes, you can just type in GGB for the draft class and you'll see it pop up for my GGB fictional class 1 or GGB fictional class. This is number 2, but still, I'm a little mad we couldn't actually go through the draft experience, but it is what it is. So as we head into a brand new season, the off season was great. If we just could have actually done our draft, it would have been even better. But let's go take a look at our roster right now as it stands. Brandon Scherf at 30 is our 89 overall, our highest rated player. McLaurin comes in at 88 at 25 years of age. Fuller tied at the same overall rating. Ron Payne at 87 with Michael Gallup, one of our newest additions to the offense, which again, him being a burner, along with our guy McLaurin being a burner, should make for some interesting plays on the offensive side. Guy Lindley back, and he will hopefully be healthy. It looks like he actually got injured again. This is bad news. Partial PCL tear in preseason. So 3 weeks, and then we'll get him back. So we don't get to start the season with that Lindley, which is going to be unfortunate. Chase Young, healthy for right now at 86 overall. I'd imagine he'd be close to a 90 if he just had been able to play more than like 4 or 5 games last year. Jonathan Allen, also injured right now. Dislocated ankle, out for 2 weeks. So the injury bug is real. Pressway's still here. OJ Howard is still there as well. Trey Sanders is now 81 overall, as well as Cole Cook is now an 81 overall. Again, Bella's progressing. Superstar depth trait. We'll see what he can ultimately do this year. See if he can earn the title of captain. I would love that. Full power is great. Deep and medium accuracy is great. Short accuracy needs a whole lot of work. Throwing the run is good. Under pressure is now an 81 overall. So he's getting to a good spot. And again, he has a couple of abilities in quick draw and closer. You just need him to maybe get a little better protection from the offensive line so that he can make better decisions overall. When you look at our lineup, the offensive line honestly didn't get that much better. It's getting there, but Jerk is still our anchor. Morgan Moses is still our starting right tackle, which we're going to try to address soon, maybe before the trade deadline. Rouillet is still our center, which he's been okay, but he just can't stay healthy. Connor Williams comes in to help out on the left side. And then Okung is now a 73 overall. But OJ Howard being here, as well as Bronco Barnett, we might move Howard. I don't know. We'll see what they can ultimately do, but those two together should be pretty fun to see what they can, get done. Barnett's also going to start at fullback, which means we can have some cool packages with him. Then obviously Thad Lindley, who's hurt, with Bryce Love stepping in for him. But at least McLaurin and Gallup are healthy going into week 1. On defense, we're pretty solid. Reuben Foster with Walls behind him, who should be able to learn extremely well. Dion Hamilton has been a stud for us, one of the best finds we've had in a long time, in my opinion. We got Cole Holcomb at 76 overall, Kyle Fuller. We have Sean Davis starting at strong safety. Some of you guys might have loved Landon Collins, but he had a career low 52 tackles for us last year and cost way too much money to keep on the team. I'd rather get somebody in there that'll just fill that role. We'll ultimately get a rookie to come in and play there at some point, but for now, I'm okay with Sean Davis being there. At corner 1, we got Trey Sanders. Maybe he'll finally get a pick this year. We got Norwood as well. We got Chase Young, Driver, Payne, and Sweat across the middle. We're going to get, our guy Jonathan Allen back, which means that our front 4 will be incredible, which means that we should get some picks because these guys are fantastic. Just let them go to work. I'm honestly pretty excited to see what our team can ultimately do as we head into yet another new season. He kind of ended in a bad way last year, but it was bittersweet because, again, we got way further than people thought we would, but losing still hurts at the end of the day. I'm happy how the offseason went. Again, being able to do the draft would have been nice, but we'll know that for future, not to buttons too quickly. If you guys are hyped for this season, let me know in the comments down below which rookie or which player that we acquired this offseason are you most excited to see with our new lineup. I think on offense, we're going to be a whole lot better. We just got to keep guys healthy, like Thad Lindley, keep Cole Cook upright, and maybe improve the offensive line a little bit here and there. But ultimately, I'm pretty optimistic, and I think we can get back into the playoffs and then see if we can make some noise.